Did not get
Hold on.
Natasha, just so that you
Okay.
know.
Hi, guys. How are you? I'm the wench with the wrench. Amen to that, sister. How is everyone? Can you guys hear me okay? Can I get a thumbs up or a trying to see. A thumbs up. Here we go. We are having. You kept them busy with your wine talk? Good gravy. Did she tell you she's having more than one
Don't tell
glass?
Tia that. She might want some wine.
I do want some wine, but I'm not having any tonight. Hi Karen, crazy mama. You guys are back with case discussion, and we're going to talk about some Brian Laundrie stuff that we are finding out here slowly. Kaz, how are you? Feisty redhead. Oh, I like that. Um, I thank you, crazy mama, for letting me know. I just wanted to come in and say hi to everyone first, but we are welcoming case discussion back. We're just gonna say it out loud. Like, we love partnering with her. So y'all better get used to seeing her on our channel because we adore her. She's coming in with all the info. So
Guys,
how is
thank
your
you so much for having me. I really, really enjoy it. You don't know how much I really smile when I get when I get the message. Can you join us on panel tonight? It's so
we love it.
exciting. So thank you.
We love it. We love it. So oh good gravy. For those who haven't heard, it sounds like Brian Laundrie has his partial remains have been located. Ew. On so many counts, ew. But his partial remains have been located. Lori, we're so happy you could join us. Thank you. Um, and so we're just trying to get we're following about 17 news channels trying to figure out where to get our information from. And also, we have many questions that we wanted to go over with you guys. See if you have any questions maybe we can help answer
Mm-hmm.
or deep dive on. Um, Brian Enton has been kind of the guy with the information right now, as far as I'm concerned. But I know that there's many, many others who have been working this, as well. But in our community tab, we did put up some of his Twitter posts. Um, oh, good gravy. I don't even know. I don't even know how to feel right now, you guys. I wasn't going to okay. I wasn't going to address anything, but I actually am going to address it because it's the elephant in the room right now. And what I need everyone to do is show Ms. Cooper some love. And if
Yes,
you were
please.
on her live, you saw that she was hurting. And I kind of could we be kind for could you just send her a kind message or
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, something just to be nice, to be caring and thoughtful. I feel like we need to do that right now. Um, she's been a really big supporter of our channel. I know she's helped case discussion. Her channel, her true
Mm-hmm.
crime channel has grown unbelievably, and she should be commended for that. That is,
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't exactly
T-
know, Kev, what happened, to be quite honest with you. I caught the tail end of something and I saw she was hurting.
Can I tell
Do
you just a little bit about what I caught and watching her as
please,
much as I do?
please. Mhm.
Um, One thing, it started this morning, um, which I had already heard about this, so it didn't hurt my feelings. I knew it wasn't true when it was said. Someone said that Natasha referred to me as Strokey. For those of you who do not know, I had a stroke 10 years ago. And I know that's not anything that Natasha would ever say about me. So I never said anything to her about it. Well, it got brought up in a chat this morning and things have just kind of went downhill from there. So, guys, as a friend of Natasha, we're all friends with Natasha. I'm asking you to do one thing from me. Tia and LFT do not even know I'm about to say this. When this live ends, please go to her most recent um, live where you can leave a comment. Leave her 3 positive comments about how she has impacted your life. 3 comments. Or if you've got her email or her cell phone number, text them to her. 3 positive comments. Don't say anything else. Don't mention today. Just 3 positive comments. And let's see if we can perk her up.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
love that. No, are you don't apologize. I love that. I love that idea. And I love that. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Just doing something kind for someone else. Hi, Matt Willis. Wait, I saw someone else too come in. Karen wanted to say, oh, Ronnie, hi, how are you? Did they announce that it was the recovered mains? No, they didn't. And part of that we're going to talk about tonight because there's been some
Mm-hmm.
things going on there too. I have some questions on that, but really quick, let me just seal the deal with Miss Tasha Cooper. Um, we love you. We support you. You have been very kind to us. And we would like to be very kind back and wish you well tonight. And I hope, you know what? I hope nothing else happens and she gets to take a break and maybe enjoy herself. Or if she does a live, maybe everyone just go over there and be kind. Make her laugh, make her giggle,
I
say
know
something.
she is planning her parody panel. I didn't mean to talk over you. I apologize. I do know
Don't you
that
dare
she is
apologize.
planning her parody panel tonight
Good,
at 9
good.
p.m. Central Standard Time. So maybe when this is over, even if it's already started, just go over and laugh with her for a
Please,
few minutes if you have the opportunity.
please. Um, so thank you all for being patient enough to that I can run through that really quick. Normally, we don't address other creators on our channel unless they're visiting with us or unless we have something positive to say, referring people over, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we're not a drama channel, so we will not be discussing any further drama. But when it comes to someone I see hurting, I'm always going to address it, and I don't like it. It breaks my heart to see her broken.
It
So
breaks my
let's all,
heart too.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
let's all just raise her up tonight, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So Brian Laundrie, they have not announced that it was his remains. I saw Ronnie. I think you were the one that asked. Um, it is not his remains announced yet. However, it does lead us to believe that it is him. Also, there's many things that have um, kind of lined up behind the scenes that we're picking up on. Um, that being, we're working on our timeline here, and LFT has it, and she will be back in just a momento. But oh, there's my everything dinging at one time. I definitely have some questions for Case in the meantime. Like, what are your thoughts on the fact that the parents got up at 7 o'clock this morning, or that the fabulous attorney is the one that's telling everyone they got up at 7 o'clock this morning and went out there, and within 30 minutes they were, oh my gosh, search and rescue K9 mom is here.
Search and Rescue Canine Mom. Yes, she had texted me and said if we needed information from her, she was available. Yay! Search and Rescue Canine Mom. Thank you, thank you,
Listen,
thank you so much.
if you would be interested, I will drop the link for you and you can educate us because, hey, Capri, thank you. Oh, science. Oh, Lord. Um, yeah, it was only the second time out searching. And Dad found one thing and Ellie found another thing. So Christopher Laundrie, supposedly, as the story goes right now, is one of the ones who actually found something. And then I think Ellie found law enforcement. Ellie is law enforcement. Ellie found the bag and the remains, I believe. Is that
Okay,
your
my opinion on that, that's the way I'm understanding it. In my opinion on that, my gut feeling is it's mighty coincidental that the parents, the dad's second time out searching, mom's first time out searching, they're out in less than an hour. They're
I know.
finding articles that belong to him. And oh, gee, looky there, there's some remains. I'm
I mean,
sorry. I know it didn't exactly happen that way, but that's just the kind of the way that I'm feeling about it. You know what I mean? It's
mhm,
fishy. It's
mm,
very fishy.
I
Something's
agree.
not right.
There, there is something off there, and that's one of the, I mean, one of the many questions I have. Like, we're gonna look at a map and see. We have some addresses we're gonna look up, but I want to know what made his parents decide today
Exactly.
that
What
they're gonna
made
go up.
them get up this morning and go, oh, gee, I think I'll go look for my son, whom I haven't bothered to really look for in a month? Oh,
Hmm.
Tia, did you hear me talking about? I think you were in my chat, and I wanted to just say this just in case some of the ones that are in here did not hear. Okay, guys, you know how we were all wondering how Roberta knew where the Mustang was parked at,
Hmm.
how she knew where to go get the Mustang. Ford has an app called a Sync app. My car is
Hmm.
a 2019 Ford Escape. I have the Sync app on my car. What model is Josh's truck? Josh, my son's truck is a 2017 model. His F-150. He has the Sync app.
We have an Explorer and we
Anyway,
have it. Hmm.
and anyway, you can tell how much gas is in your car with the Sync
Hmm.
app. You can tell the tire pressure in your car. You can lock your doors. You can set a timer to start your car at the same time every day. You
Yep.
can tell. You can pull the app up and tell exactly where your car is parked at.
Do
Just
you think that's
saying.
what she
I've
used?
checked it. I don't know if that's what she used. I have checked the app to see if it works. My son had driven my car to a friend's house, and I thought I'm just going to test it and see if it works. And I pulled it up and I texted him and I said, "Is my car parked at?" And I text the address, and he said,
Hmm.
"Mom, how did you know?" So it works. It is very accurate. It works. So
That's
I'm just
interesting.
tossing that out there that that's a possibility.
That's interesting. It is
And you get
strange.
a
It's
discount with your insurance. You get a discount with your automobile insurance if your car maker has that. The app costs nothing, as you know, Tia. The app costs nothing,
mhm.
but you get a discount with your car insurance for having it because if your automobile happens to be stolen, you can pull up on the app and show the police where it's at, and you can disarm the car. You can turn it off, and they can't restart it. Just a thought.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. I need to talk to my husband about the insurance though, because I didn't know about that. But
Mhm.
that
No, we have
that
State Farm, and they gave us a discount because we had it.
well, and
Yeah,
he
they did
was
too.
found not far from where the Mustang was, correct? Wasn't the
Yes,
Mustang
that's the
parked
way I'm
not far,
understanding it. Mhm.
like not a far, yeah. Karen, yes, cadaver dogs. That's why I want um, search and rescue up here telling us what's what, because man, do I have questions on this. I mean, she is going to be a superstar tonight with some of this
He
stuff.
is. I was, like, so excited when she said, "Oh, yeah, I'll be
I missed
available,"
her.
and, she said, "Just text me what you need." I told her that I would be over here, and I'm so glad that she came because she's gonna be
Me
able to
too.
answer so many questions for us.
She's awesome. If you haven't seen her before, please go over. Is you have it on your um
Just do it from your channel, it's perfectly fine. Either
okay.
way, you did the interview, I'm perfectly fine either way. It's in Tia's, it's in the Cypher Podcast, playlist of videos. It was from Friday night.
Yeah, and it was so much fun to interview her. Hi, Nicole. Thanks for coming in. It was so much fun to interview her, and I learned so much. Where you think you know stuff about animals, and then boy, does she really have the details behind it and how things work, and especially cadaver dogs and things like that. So
Mm.
we will look forward to her coming in just a little bit. She is taking care of some things, and we're just not going to rush her. we're not
No.
going to
The
rush
thing
her.
about her, guys, is she has a way of explaining it to you on a level that you can understand. She doesn't
Yes.
throw out big words that go over people's head that don't do this on a daily basis.
Mm-mm.
She has
No, she
she has
provided. She
that
really
way.
did.
Mhm.
Love listening to Search and Rescue. I know, me too. Everybody did. Like she was amazing. She was really amazing. So
Mm.
I'm thrilled if she can come in and answer, or I can just take over stream and tell us what's what on how this happened. Um, so yeah, I got an answer to my number 3 question was who specifically found the remains. Turns out that Mr. Christopher Laundrie found something and law enforcement found something else.
Mm.
Ew. I mean,
Okay, the nurse in me has questions wanting to know if it's partial remains, where are the rest of the remains? Sorry, I had to ask.
Decipher product, please confirm for me that it has not been confirmed that remains are his. However, the interesting portion of this, I'm getting text. The interesting portion of this is that the FBI made an announcement today, and
Mhm.
they don't do that. They have not made
No.
any announcements. And the first thing they did after this was say, "Hey, we found some partial remains, and some items
Mm.
belonging to Brian Laundrie." That being said, I think it's a pretty good indication. Just
And
me.
guys, what we need to remember is they could easily go by the clothes he had on. They could have showed an article of the clothing to his parents and said, "Did he own this shirt? Did he own these shorts? Did he own these shoes?" Whatever particular article of clothing was there, he, they could have said, or did
Mhm.
these belong to Brian? And if he lived with his mom and dad for any amount of time, they're going to know what he owned clothing wise and what he didn't.
Stepmama, could the evidence be planted, or is that far-fetched? No, it's not far-fetched for me. Um,
No, nothing's far fetched in this case.
no, and the reason I don't think it's far-fetched, honestly, is because I have questions on the timing of the parents. Uh,
Hmm.
I believe now, ooh, I don't know 100%, but I believe that they were submerged, that the items they found were submerged, including his person. Uh,
Yes, I
I
believe
know,
so
right?
too.
Other parents found the items. I know. It's just it's to me, it's I mean, I think these people should play the lottery. I really do.
Okay, I'm just gonna I'm just going to put it on the line the way that I see it. Okay. I hope you don't mind,
Please do.
Tia. Okay.
Oh, please do. I'm gonna
After
mute
a
myself. You go
weekend,
right ahead.
no, no, you're fine, girl. After a weekend of protests like they had, a certain person showing up with multiple pictures that were laminated, placing them on the door of the home, placing them on the vehicles, putting signs in the yard. Just multiple people constantly screaming. They had to have a ring doorbell installed at their home. After all of that this weekend, they go out today. They make the decision last night, notify the FBI, hey, we're going to go out searching in the morning. Get up this morning, what, 7 a.m. and go searching? And within an hour, they're finding articles that belong to Brian. Okay, I'm done. But that's fishy, very fishy. I want
After
concrete evidence that
37
those remains
days.
are Brian. Yes. After 37 days, they suddenly find him within an hour after the FBI, the Northport Police, multiple other agencies are out looking, and mom and dad find the articles within an hour.
Hmm. I mean, maybe Dog the Bounty Hunter should hire them.
Exactly.
Just saying.
Exactly. Yes.
It
Exactly.
is
And
very convenient. I don't know. I just and listen, I do not approve of, and this is my opinion, and it's, everyone has one. I don't care. Everyone can have their own
mhm.
opinion, and you can disagree. Hey, you guys, you can disagree on this channel as long as you're respectful and not rude. Disagree all you want. I'm down. I
It's
learn from
amazing.
people who
We're
disagree.
adults here.
Yeah. Um, hey, Fly High, welcome, AR. Um, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, the protesting. Yeah, thank you for that, Nicole. Your timing was perfect. I did approve of the protesters initially because I thought, maybe they might help get something to open up, someone to open up or help finalize, I don't know, help the Petito Schmidt family. That's what I was looking for. Just,
Mm, yes.
but after 37 days, it's harassment. Go home. And now that we know that there's a potential finding, these people lost their son. I don't have a lot of empathy, but I do have some. I mean, I'm a little bit confused on the reaction of them being filmed and their reaction of finding things, but of course, we don't know what they're like right now in their own home, and I don't want to judge that. I don't want to judge
Mm-mm.
that. Do I think they should be in trouble? Uh-huh. And
Mhm.
maybe I'm on an island on that, maybe I'm not, but
No, no, no,
um
I'm right there with you. Even though I do have sympathy that they have potentially, it looks like they have lost their son. I do sympathize with them. I cannot imagine if I woke up in the morning and someone told me one of my children was deceased.
right.
Cannot imagine. But they have played enough games in these 37 days. Tia, just a quick question. Search and Rescue K9 Mom just texted me and
Mhm.
she said she was timed out. I told her that it may have been an accident, but
I certainly hope it was an accident.
mhm.
Um,
But she's gonna stay in chat. She's not leaving. I told her it would only last like 300 seconds, and
yeah, please don't time oopsie, first of all. Yeah, we don't want to time her out if at all possible. And I'm sure it was just an oversight, and I apologize for that happening. Um,
yeah, I apologize to her too. I apologize to her too.
please don't time. Oh, you don't see her timed out? Okay, good, good,
Okay,
good,
good.
good.
Maybe she looked at something
It was
wrong,
just
but
maybe it was just a thing. I don't know. I'm gonna
yeah,
trying to go on YouTube to see as
yeah.
well while we're doing this.
But
I'm gonna
but
hear
I
you're gonna hear
agree with you though. that the Laundrie family should immediately go tonight and purchase a lottery ticket.
Honest to God.
If
Honest.
they were that lucky to go out and find their son's remains after 37 days and the FBI couldn't find them, they need to go purchase a lottery ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Let me keep
I feel a
saying
lot
that
could have
so
been
y'all can
preventable.
find
I
out.
agree. We talked about this earlier, Rocky, and welcome. Thank you for coming in. Wait a second. Oh, you hit the wrong button and couldn't get back. Welcome back, guys. Hang on a second. I feel like everything's still be able to visit, but now they right. I know. Rocky, this is the excellent point. Um, and I don't know. I love my daughter and my son more than life itself, and I would want to protect them too. So
Mhm.
I get that. I get that parental want to protect them, hire a lawyer. Next time, hire a criminal lawyer. And I mean, I get them not wanting to speak. That's their right. I respect that. But maybe answer the phone for Mr. Petito.
Yeah, not answering the door or the phone for Mr. Petito or Miss Schmidt, that was nine kinds of ugly. I mean, they
That is
deserved
a
for
great
you
way
to
of saying
respond
that.
to them.
Yes.
They deserved for you to respond to them. All they wanted to know was where their daughter was.
Hmm.
Crazy mom, the way I'm understanding it, Tia, please correct me if I'm wrong. As soon as the police came knocking on the door to ask Brian about Gabby, they handed the police the attorney's business card and said, "Please contact our attorney." Is that not correct? Is that the way you're
That's
understanding it,
absolutely
Tia?
correct. Hmm. That's absolutely correct. Um, I will say, not somebody said not to mention $1 million spent, over $1 million spent. I can unmute you. Why can't you unmute yourself? Oh, you need to unmute yourself. I can't do it. Um, I don't have a problem with the cost of finding him because
Mm-mm.
that's what it costs and that's
If
what they did.
that, yes. Guys, we
So,
got to remember searching for someone who's committed a crime is never cheap. There's
uh-uh.
always expenses involved. And sometimes these agencies have to go to multiple states, multiple jurisdictions looking for these criminals. So let's not put a price tag on what it costs to find him. I would have preferred had he be found alive, so maybe we could have questions answered. But let's not go there because if say Gabby were your daughter, would you want a price tag put on or a price limit put
Exactly.
on? Okay, we're only going to spend so much money looking for the person who murdered your daughter. After that, I'm sorry, we don't care. How would you feel if that were your daughter and you were told that?
Thanks, Pamela. That's very kind of you. Welcome. We appreciate you dropping in. I
Mm,
agree with that. I mean, my thought process is they found him using whatever tools they had and could. It was a
mhm.
nationwide manhunt, and as far as I know, it was
Mhm.
a nation. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure it was more localized for the FBI, but as far as we know, us peons, it was a nationwide manhunt. I mean, they
Yeah,
must go
it
on
was
all
a
the
nation
time.
all the time. And I mean, the price to bring someone to justice can never be minimized. It can never be minimized. Search and rescue K9 Mom, I see you now. I
I
see
just
you,
put her up
girl.
there.
Yeah, you are
Um,
good. But it can never be minimized, guys. It can never be. You can never put a price tag on it. You can never say, okay, We've spent $1 million, so I'm sorry, but that's all that we're allowing for this search for the person who murdered your daughter. I hope that we never become that as a country.
Yeah. I see what you're saying here, and I get that. And I don't disagree with you. I was actually coming from a different, like what you said sparked something in me. So I apologize if that came across as disagreeing with you, but I get what you're saying. You have an unpopular opinion, Nicole? What's your unpopular opinion? Do tell us. I love that.
Mhm.
Um, hey, thanks for saying you love our channel. We love you for being here. Um,
Mhm.
LFT, are
Yeah,
you
Nicole,
here?
we love unpopular opinions. Tell
I
us.
love I love any opinion because, like I said, it sends me back. I get to look, I get to learn. Um, and you never know. Your opinion may not be that unpopular. Where was the police
Exactly.
officer that went with them? This is the first case I followed. It is a doozy. It is such a doozy. The whole situation is very hard to me. I know. I know.
And
We
also
can.
another thing to you that I cannot get out of my mind is the okay when Christopher Laundrie first said that he was going to help with the case, he went alone, and
Hmm.
now all of a sudden the mom wants to go help search, and this just so happens to be the time that they find articles that belong to him and find partial remains. I'm sorry, but I smell a fish.
Hmm. Hmm. So duty run. So there's no officer with them when she found it. No, she did not find it. Christopher found the stuff.
Mhm.
Um, she she was there, but he is
Mhm.
the one. He is specifically is mentioned as finding something. I don't know what that something was, and then law enforcement found other things. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, I don't know. LFT, jump in anytime you want to, sister.
Now I'm listening. I was trying to see what their statement said about who was with them when they found it, because Bertolino specifically addressed that, and
Okay.
it was,
Brian Enton also is that
yeah.
the
It
response
says
from Brian Enton as well? Okay.
they were with.
Fly
Um,
high. I don't think you imagined that. I think what happened is they said they were going out and law enforcement met them out there.
yeah, they met him out
I
there for
think so too.
sure. Um, I was just looking because that's what just made me think. I think they were out. They were with them when they found it. Whatever article they found, law enforcement was with them at that time. From
Because
what?
interesting. One channel I heard mother and the other I heard father. Media you take with a grain of salt. Amen.
Mhm.
Brian Laundrie didn't stand a chance, even with no evidence. The entire universe wants him burned at the stake. He didn't stand a chance,
Mm-mm.
and I agree. I mean, I agree with you. He didn't stand a chance, and
Mm-mm.
I just
I think there's a lot of evidence there that we don't have that law enforcement does have. Speculate. Well, I know
Yes,
that's
that's
correct.
exactly right.
So
Exactly.
I'm curious. And Crazy Mama just asked the question I wanted to know. Do you think that does anyone think that Brian Laundrie is innocent in this? Tease me. I know. I'll try. Sorry, Nicole. Um, do you guys think
No.
that? No.
Mm-mm.
Hi,
No.
Sherry. Welcome. Thank you for coming in.
Um. Mm-mm. Why would you? Okay, if he were innocent, why would he leave Gabby in Wyoming alone and take her van, her debit card, and take his coward butt back to Florida? And that's putting it nicely. Why would he
Hmm.
do that if he were innocent? If they okay, if he were going to claim, which he's not going to claim anything now if he's deceased, but let's just say he was going to claim, oh, we broke up, we decided to separate. Okay, why wouldn't he have gotten on a plane? He didn't mind getting a plane the week of the 17th to the 23rd and flying home. Why didn't he get a plane ticket then and fly back to Florida? Call her dad or mom one and say she's going to need help getting her van home and get one of them to come and get her. That would have been the thing to do if they were going to break up. That's
Well,
just
and
my opinion. Sorry, guys.
no, I agree with you. I agree with that. There's so many things that he did. We have no evidence yet, but everyone is dead set he's guilty. Well, because of his behavior.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't behave like an innocent guy. He
Uh-uh.
didn't behave like an innocent person. He behaved like a guilty person on the run. If he's
When
innocent, Capri was timed
mm,
out. Oh, good Lord, you guys.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I did not do it.
All right. Search and rescue canine mom. Now Capri. Don't be timing out my peoples. My peoples.
The first time I'm like, no, not me.
I'm wondering, and I'm going to say this aloud, and the only mod we have in here is Crazy Mama, right? I think that's the only, is that the only mod we have
I'm a
in here?
mod, but I haven't typed anyone out.
LFT.
I have not. I couldn't even unmute myself. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Leave me alone.
Okay,
I didn't do it.
Then my guess is that we are having some. Hi Denise, thanks for coming in. That we are having some YouTube issues.
Rogue mod, yeah.
No, wait,
No,
we don't have any rogue mods.
I only accidentally time out Mark. That's it. That's the only
Best story ever. Best story ever. She gets her wrench for the first time. Gets her wrench for the first time. Has it for
30 seconds.
maybe. Times a guy out. Who makes a nice comment, by the way.
No, the whole point was that I wanted to pin his comment because it was so good. And I remember it. And I went
And
to
you
do
timed
it.
him out.
And
You
I
timed him
out. And then I was freaking out. And then he was like, I make a good comment and get timed out. And I was like, oh, damn.
It was the best. It was just I laughed so hard. It was literally the best.
Oh, wait, hold on. The part.
Rocky, you may be on that. Absolutely may be true. I don't have that bit of information. So that's,
What?
I'm going to pin it. Denise, we are discussing whether, we're discussing Brian Laundrie. That's what we're discussing. We're discussing Brian Laundrie. And I'm trying to, there we go.
I'm trying to.
I'm going to make sure that I am out of, okay, sorry. I want to not have any lag here. So LFT, do you want to run through the timeline a little bit?
Hold on.
Can you show it? Can you share it? Okay, awesome. That way Case can go through it with you too. Well, theories, Denise, but we think he may have been found today. And if you hadn't heard that, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to think you hadn't heard it, I just don't know if you had. We can't wait for the details to emerge either, Ronnie. I really can't. My only hope is that maybe the notebook contains something in it that he was getting off.
I hope we get more information in this discovery than we got with the Watts case. I know the Watts case is, you cringe when it's brought up, but I hope we get more information with this. I hope we get more.
Let me tell you why I cringed, because we worked that case 18 hours a day, and I read Discovery. How many times do you think we've been through Discovery?
Nicole, I don't know, but can you let me share? It says I'm sharing, but I don't see it.
Oh, yeah, I guess. No, I'm just kidding.
If you can,
of course, I can let you share.
Hold on, I'll zoom in. I know. Hold on.
I know.
Hey
I
Tia,
know you
just
know.
an
I know you know. I
idea.
know.
You might want to take that comment down because
That's
it's
what I'm trying to
covering
do
up
right
part
now,
of.
but I'm also my
Okay.
husband's trying to get the dogs out. Hold on, give me 1 second, you guys. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
Goodness gracious. We had 7 things going on. I hear him clapping for the dogs, yelling, and I'm like, oh, I'm not ready. Where am I?
We're
Okay.
on today, right? Okay.
I'm going to find the comment and take that off. Thank you, Case, for mentioning that. Do I need
Oh,
to
you're
take off the
welcome.
banner at the bottom, do you think? Should I take that off?
I don't know. There is
Let's
a
take that off.
way, and I don't know for sure how to do it, that sometimes you can click like over in the right hand corner and it will take what you're trying to show into into the whole screen picture. But I don't know for sure. I can't remember how to do it.
Okay.
That's all we
Exit full.
see right now. It's just my screen.
Okay, no, it's clear to me. I mean, I can read it. It's fine to me.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Right.
definitely bounce the timeline against y'all's. I mean, I literally have like the damn. I don't know if y'all can see that, but like went and had to buy the big
Calendar.
calendars to be able to like track it. So I'm sure I've missed some stuff between all this, but mother trucker.
Denise, I agree.
Okay,
Oh,
these were the
oh, good. Ronnie's got a timeline as well. So
yeah.
awesome.
So
Cool.
these were the two today from I guess Bertolino's 2 statements saying they were at the reserve earlier today when human remains and some of Brian Laundrie's possessions were located in an area where they had initially advised law enforcement that Brian Laundrie may be. Okay, keep that in mind. And then Chris and Roberta will wait for the forensic identification of the human remains before making any additional comments. And then I guess the one from earlier this evening, Chris and Roberta Laundrie went to the Hatchie, whatever, that park this morning to search for Brian Laundrie. The FBI and Northport PD were informed last night of Brian's parents' intentions, and they met Chris and Roberta this morning. After a brief search off a trail that Brian frequented, some articles belonging to Brian were found. As of now, Ellie is conducting a more thorough investigation of that area. And he basically also says they're not going to have any more comments at this point. And the thing that gets me is the area that they claim where they initially have already reported to law enforcement that they needed to check out. And that kind of bothers me because if they had done that and law enforcement hadn't yet checked it out, I don't think they would have reopened the park if they weren't done. Why the hell would you open the parks back up to only turn around again and have to close them? I don't buy it. Something's up. But I guess law enforcement is saying that these items were found in an area that up until recently had been underwater. But I also call BS, and this is why I need K9 to kind of help me think through this, because I was listening to Banfield, which is I literally have News Nation on the TV. They had someone on earlier, and they said after 2 minutes, K9 should be able to pick up the scent, even like through underwater. I mean, he didn't know the guy, what was his name? Kyle Hand said, I mean, he just couldn't make sense of it. So I'm curious to know what y'all think as to whether or not did they check the area, and why would they reopen the park if they had not? Or maybe that's just me.
No, it's not just you. No, I don't think it was the first day it was reopened, but it was first couple of days, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
They closed, or no, they opened it up. Where was it? Okay, on the 11th. No,
okay.
I lied. It's on this side. Oh, there's so many things on here. I mean,
we will have this put up in our Facebook group so you guys can check it out once we're finished with the live and making sure that we have everything that's accurate for tonight. This thing is ever evolving and changing, so it's not going to be gospel. But it's pretty damn close.
Oh, right here. So on the 9th, it reopened. Parts of it had already reopened. At least across inside. So, and now, so just turn around. Something doesn't. And for things to be this quiet, like they weren't searching or doing anything, they public eye was visible. They weren't, spending hours on foot, grid searching.
And
then all of a sudden,
fly high, yes. That was the same question I just asked a little bit before. Like, yep, I wonder that too. I really do.
Why? Something just doesn't add up. And then there they are getting home. I can't see that. I know I lied. This is on the 7th going out. And if you pointed it out to them that day when he searched with them, either the Laundries have some explaining to do to help us understand, or law enforcement does. And hopefully, they have to keep things close to
in mind that there's a potential that maybe the stuff was underwater, but then that's where canine comes in. For me. I mean, so perhaps. Yeah, I do too. I just think it's weird. The whole thing is so damn weird. And him going out like this just pisses me right off.
Maybe my family is more protective than other families, but had this been happening in my family, I don't think we would have let someone go off by themselves like that. You know what I mean? I just don't think that would have happened.
No. And this whole story of him going to the woods to meditate, hell no, you are not.
You can meditate in your bedroom.
You betcha.
Go shut the door to your bedroom. Meditate in there. That's as far as you're getting out of my eyesight.
No, I'm sorry.
Mama,
go ahead.
That's what I want to ask too, because that's what that dog handler that literally earlier when T and I were talking, I turned up the TV really loud and made her listen. Because they just addressed what I've been talking about. How the F do we miss this if the dogs and everything were out there? Because he said that they should be able to smell it. And then they also made the point that they had the divers out there in those areas. They were up to waist deep, waters in the elements. They had the gators, divers. I mean, everything. Something's just not clicking to me, and I can't explain it.
Fly high. Why wait a whole week to report him missing? That makes no sense. I never understood that either. I never understood that either. I also didn't understand, and AR is totally fine. I'm looking forward to hearing what your questions are for K9 Mom. But it doesn't make sense, number one, to wait the week. But also, oh my gosh, the list. I could make a list of things that don't make sense, that I need answered, and that I don't think will get answered. I just acted like a spaz. Capone,
you need to settle down. We've got questions for your mommy.
Capone, be a good boy. We need your mommy right now. Your mom needs rescuing.
We're going to put you in timeout, Capone.
Capone's not the only one.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of people that need to be put into timeout tonight.
older shows where they've taken the dogs on boats. Yeah, no, that is true. Actually, LFT was the one who had me listen to the guy. What did he say? 2 minutes after death
Or like even
in the
underwater
water.
and maybe search and rescue. Hopefully we'll be able to answer at some point. But he said, I mean, short assuming something had been underwater for I think he said 2 or so minutes, around like 2 to 5, that they would be that scent
Right,
will
hold
come
on,
through
Brian
for
Laundrie.
them. And if I was smart, I would have hit record on the DVR, but I'm just
Girl,
not.
you are smart. What are you talking about? Don't be saying that if you were smart. And I just have to say something, guys, okay? Tia and LFT have done all of this hard work, and they were not even
Covering this.
working this case. They were not covering this case. This is the work that they did not covering this case, okay, guys? So just admire them and thank
No,
them
thank
for their
you.
hard work because they have went above and beyond, and they weren't even covering this case. In
Mm-mm.
fact, I messaged Tia and I said something about this case, and she said, well, we're not really working this case. And the next thing I know, they've got like calendars out everywhere and papers out everywhere, like, he was here this day, he was here this
Because
day,
you
this
can't
happened
tempt
here.
us with this information and then
I know it. I'm sorry. But it's just kind of funny to think about. You went from not covering it
Mhm,
to it's everywhere.
mhm, mhm. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you for that. Um,
Tia, I hate to say anything, but Search and Rescue Mom says that she's timed out again.
I swear to God, I promise I am not touching anything.
Uh,
something
Wait,
it
I
must
don't,
be
can
a
I?
YouTube fluke.
it
Wait,
has to be because Crazy Mama is the only one in here. Oh, I'm sick to my stomach. Ugh. Oh, you think maybe the parents had something to do with it? Oh, I hope not, Angie. I hope not. Welcome, by the way. We only have one mod in here, and
I told her. She's laughing about it. She's not upset. She's
oh, bless her.
laughing about it.
wait.
Is she Crazy Mama doesn't see her in timeout. Uh, oh, good. Capri's still here. We didn't lose her. We're throwing people overboard, apparently. Hmm. Well, public
I
apology
told
to
her,
Search
guys,
and Rescue Canine Mom because
she's
Can you just
she's
okay,
send her
not
the
guys.
happy
She
link?
about
is
this.
just fine. She's
Can you just
laughing
send her the
about it.
link? Can you just
Yeah,
actually not text it to her or something?
I can't,
Do you
but
still have her email address where you emailed her the other night? The link,
no.
the search, and
Is that her? Capri waving hard.
the one that says search. Um,
I don't have it.
you don't have it. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Let's see. We
Is she?
are.
Yeah, no, I don't have it. I'm looking right now. I'm sorry.
Wait just a second. Let me see if I can find it in mine. In my email. Just a
For
minute.
hell, just email
Oh,
us.
I didn't mean.
Wait,
Hold
email
on,
us to
Crazy
just like our
Mama. I'm not
podcast.
accusing you. I'm certainly not accusing you. I swear to God. No, 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 no. What I'm saying is we only had, like, if we had more than, oh God, no. No, no,
No, no, no
no,
one's accusing anyone of timing anyone out. Okay, she just sent it to me. It's search dot
no.
rescue dot canine dot capone. It's CAPONE at gmail.com.
Search.rescue.capone.
No, search dot rescue dot canine dot
Canine.
capone
Got it.
at Gmail. Okay.
All right.
Uh,
Y'all just continue while I take care of something over here.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm trying to open. All right, copy. Sorry, y'all.
And guys, this is just me talking, and I know Tia and LFT agree as well. No matter our feelings for the laundries, let's try to remember that they, as it looks right now, have also lost a child.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of our feelings for them, they have most likely lost their child.
Mm-hmm.
And that family needs all the thoughts and prayers and good vibes that they can get. Cassie's lost her brother. Her children have lost their uncle. Regardless of our feelings for them, he was still their son. He was still their brother. He was still their uncle.
I'm curious to know how many people in chat think it is. Oh, how do we say? How did I ask this to you earlier when we were talking about? Did they know or not know beforehand? Like at this point, do you think that they are surprised that Brian did this? If this is Brian and if he met his demise either to his own, by his own doing or succumb to
Mm-hmm.
the elements, do you think at this point that they're genuinely surprised? Because I haven't, this is the most, obviously reaction or emotion that we've seen from him
You've
since
seen.
day one.
I think probably his mom is. That's just my opinion because I think she's too narcissistic to believe. I believe she honestly thought this game was just going to keep going on forever. That's just my opinion.
Hmm.
I don't know how I feel yet either. I keep going back and forth. I mean, I just don't get it. I wish I could, I can't find a connecting piece. And I wish I knew more.
Mm-hmm.
And someone who literally for the longest time had been flat out. I mean, I didn't think he was deceased at the very beginning. Now I do.
Honestly, I figured we were going to see him showing
I
up
just can't believe
someday,
he was
like in
there this
Mexico
entire
or the
time.
Caribbean. Yeah, I figured we were going to find him,
No.
find out that he was like in the Caribbean or in Mexico or something.
I knew he couldn't have gotten far because
Mm-hmm.
flying.
Yeah. But you got to remember, though, what was it? It was like 4 or 5 days before he went on the no-fly list after
Right.
they reported him missing. And he had 4 or 5 day head start to start with. So he had about 10 days there that he could have gotten on a plane. That's what I
He
was
could have gotten on a
thinking.
plane, but they would have known because they're going to
Yeah.
run that and they're going to say,
Yeah.
where
That's
did
true.
he?
They would have known, he went here, he went XYZ. You're exactly
Mhm.
I
right.
thought it made more sense for him to be somewhere, either still somewhere else in Florida or North Carolina or something like that, along the water where you can get.
Mhm.
I never thought another country, like that he fled,
Mhm.
but I certainly
Yeah.
was out of the two of us
I'm
the one that's like,
curious to know what the method was.
I am too. But also, LFT, I have to agree with you on that part because he was such a mama's boy that
Mhm.
part of
mm-hmm,
me did not think he was going to get too far away from mama. You know what I mean? Mama's
Mhm.
boys do not get far
mm-hmm.
away from their mothers. They just don't. I have a mama's boy. He doesn't get very far away from me.
No, but
Of course, he didn't leave his dead girlfriend in the wilderness to die alone and
right?
not tell
Sorry, my
anyone
neighbors
either.
just let their dog out. You thought he was alive until a week ago. I have a mama's boy too. Yeah, I do too. And I married a mama's boy and I love him. I'm glad that I did
Uh,
because
Oh, I married a mama's boy too, and I absolutely love it.
yeah, I mean, I have zero problem with it. He's
Mm,
amazing. So, Okay, so we're looking at a map. Are you looking at where he was found or where he left the car? Because I know we were talking about that too.
I did from the entrance from the mile. Hold on, where'd it go? Right here. All right, so this is where the entrance where. Wait, how come it took my directions away? Eat up. Wait a minute, kids.
I don't
All right,
know.
so where the car was parked.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to visualize it, but I don't. Why is it being a finicky and not letting me see the directions satellite wise? So basically, though, it's going well. We'll screw this account on. What's basic?
Basic what?
Never mind. I did it all by myself.
What is it?
I'm a big girl now.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Just that one, I think. I don't know. Look here at the floor.
You think the elements got to him before law enforcement?
Hey, we put that in the freezer. I forgot to. I'm sorry.
All right, there we go. See what I'm saying? It's not far.
Oh, no, that's not far at all, is it? Can you go in on that? I can't. Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, now watch. So if I do it like, everyone get this visual. And then there you go. Parked in here.
Okay. All right. No, that's not very far, is it?
Here, take this one. I don't need it here.
Here. Denise, I say suicide
No.
because how could he sleep with him searching that place if it's him? Just a thought. What is it? Yeah. Doing his yoga setting games. Now that's funny. AR, you and me both. You and me both. That's the if my kid ran off to the swamp, my crazy ass would have been out there.
Me and you both. I would have been like,
swamp, but yes. Amen to that. My kid
and
would have been.
This is Powerline Road, right?
Yeah.
Is this the Powerline Road thing?
Up there, yes. Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
No, crazy mama, you
will
not draw any pictures. I don't know.
We're in public, crazy mama. We're in public. Remember, people can see us.
You can see me? Oh, search and rescue canine mom just arrived on the scene. Thank the Lord. I'm going to add her to stream. And get your questions ready, everyone.
Here comes my secret weapon, everyone, that I introduced to you and LFT to Friday night. And I'm so glad. Y'all know, all jokes aside, I'm so thankful that y'all stepped in and did that. And I'm so thankful that she met you and she's comfortable talking to you because she is full of information.
She's amazing. She's amazing. You are on mute, search and rescue canine mom, but we welcome you to stream.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We got
you. Can you hear me? Okay. Sorry. Capone is on another level here tonight. I finally just gave him a roll of toilet paper so he could shred it. So he would leave me alone.
Does this make him happy? I love that.
Yeah. So
whatever it takes, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not sure what is in the water here. So
well, speaking of the water,
yeah. What are your thoughts?
There's so many, like I said earlier, there's so many different thoughts that I have. When you're searching in a swamp produces methane gas. You have a lot of things that are decomposing naturally and animals. So that methane gas creates an odor very similar to human decomp. If a dog is not properly trained and not given the proper time in training and skills to be able to decipher that smell, it's going to throw them off, and you're going to get a lot of false negatives, false positives when they're alerting. So that would be my first question: is have these dogs trained in that scenario, the dogs that they're using? Um, a dog is very committed to scent. When they're on a scent and they are given that scent to find, they're committed to it and they want to find it. Uh, and you as a handler have to know your dog's cues, and your dog has to know yours. So I always say there's no bad dogs, there's just bad owners. And I'm not sure, we don't know if the remains were submerged. We don't know if the book bag was submerged. We don't know if the notebook was submerged. We know that the area in that it was found was previously underwater. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that exactly where that was sitting, that was underwater. Perhaps part of that area was underwater and they weren't able to access that. But those dogs still would have picked up that scent and been able to trail that, air scent it, trail it. Cadaver dogs can find, there's archaeological cadaver dogs that find bones from forever ago. A dog will dip their nose down under brush and leaves and all kinds of stuff to try and find the scent that they're trailing. And I guess my first concern is that these dogs that they were using, I would hope, and this is just my opinion, that they're trained to be able to decipher those scents. You have to find places that, like wood chip piles and piles of brush and things that are going to emit those same methane fumes. And it's very hard as a dog handler to be able to simulate the same sense that you're going to get from human decomposition. So you have to have those resources available to you. You have to be able to utilize them, train properly, and make sure your dog knows those scents before you're putting that dog out there. Because first and foremost, we do not want to set our dogs up for failure. As a handler, that is not what you do. That's not how you work. It's so important to build a strong foundation with the dog and give them those skills. So the dogs that I had said about last week, they were air scenting, and that's what your cadaver dogs are going to do. They're going to air scent. So they should be able to weave back and forth, follow that scent. But dogs, they're able to find a scent. A cadaver dog can find a scent in 40 to 50 meters of water. And again, we're talking about something that it's not what you're going to see all the time, but there are dogs that do it. Just like that longest trail in Oregon that I told you about last week. There's possibilities, and there are dogs that are able to do it. I'm sure everybody has seen the cadaver dogs that are on the boats, and that's what they're doing. They're sniffing for that smell under that water. Now, when you're talking about water, you have patches of grass, patches of reeds, patches of brush, all kinds of stuff that scent can get hung up on. And that's how those dogs are able to properly track. where to go. You know, and water changes things. So again, I come back to the training, the skills, and making sure that the appropriate dogs are out there working. Ones that have been appropriately trained to decipher in a swamp. So if you think about it, dogs find people under buildings. You know, you think about a building collapse and they're able, their scent is, their sniffers are that strong that they're able to scent those decomposed bodies down under all that rubble. So I'm hung up on why were these why were there no signals? How did this just appear and they've been out there so much and there was nothing?
Mm-hmm.
No alerts, no interest, and then all of a sudden today, poof, there it is. In my opinion. I have questions as well. So that's kind of, I don't even know if I touched on anything that anybody was wondering about.
Yes, you did, actually. You did. Hi, Muck Boys. Welcome. Thank you for coming in.
I'm going to see. I don't know how to do this. I'm going to see if I can see the chat too.
Oh, awesome. LFT or Case, do you have anything you want to ask?
No, that was basically what I was saying. How the exact same thing, that they should be able to do it. And they were, how was it missed? Basically, just how.
Yeah.
Right. And our dogs are, you know, they're built with something called a Jacobson organ. And that organ collects scent and chemical from the air and the water. And a lot of times what we will see is some dogs, not all dogs, but some dogs like to put their scent article in their mouth before they go out on a search. Capone does it occasionally, not all the time, but some search dogs taste the water because they're looking for that chemical. They're looking for that scent, and that's how they determine if something's in that water and if they're on the right trail.
Actually, Ronnie just asked an interesting question, and I wonder if the dogs, why they wouldn't hit on that. And the question was, could he have died in another part of the park and an animal drug him to the spot where he was found? Wouldn't you think he would hit?
Yes, that's perfectly possible. But again, that dog is going to decipher the oldest scent from the newest scent, and he's going to follow the most recent scent. And the most recent scent for a cadaver dog, the cadaver dog is not going to have a recent scent. That cadaver dog is just going to go to where they smell decomp.
Well, here's a question that I have. What if, I'm sorry, I have a little tiny dog here. What if he went back after the park was, or the reserve was open and then died? Maybe he hasn't been dead the whole time.
Well, you know, but you would, so I guess we don't know that they didn't have dogs hitting. Something kept drawing them back to that reserve. Something. What it was, we don't know. But even his items being out there. So so let's go with the first question. So let's say that he died somewhere else, or allegedly, in my opinion, died somewhere else, and the body was drugged. So the animal drugged the book bag and the notebook too, just to be safe.
I just saw. Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah.
Oh, I see that. I didn't know somebody wrote that.
Yeah. Yeah. Muck Boys, hog or deer couldn't drag, but a gator could. Also, if water was high, he could have floated with some wind and some tide, but the bag would have been floating as well. Like, it's unusual that all the belongings were found in the same area.
Right. And you're still talking about that scent.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs are committed to the scent, and always remember that they are natural creatures to use their sniffers, and they are going to commit to the scent that they are given.
Mm-hmm.
And I find it really hard to believe that there was no alert, no inclination, but yet today the parents went out and went to a trail that he likes.
Didn't the dogs alert at one point in time early on? Or am I making that up?
um
Hmm.
I'm not
I think I'm
sure.
being timeline.
I don't
Not sure. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that 100%, but I mean, I don't know. This has me baffled as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's multiple scenarios that could have taken place, yes, but
Yeah. Until we hear.
at the end of the day, that scent is still that scent, whether it's live for a trailing dog or an air scent dog, or whether it's a cadaver dog.
So I guess the question is, how long has he been there? That would be my question first, in order for the dogs not to hit.
Well,
Yeah.
the cadaver can
Mhm.
hit for, I mean, it can be 20 years and they'll pick up a cadaver scent.
Well, that's my point. They had cadaver dogs out there, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's what they said. They said that they had cadaver dogs out there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I clearly saw canines out there. I don't know what they were, but
I think they called them human remains detection dogs.
detection, yes.
Yeah, where it's HRD, human remain decomposition. So
Okay.
it's a play of words. It's different everywhere you go, but I don't. I get the water coming in and then it receding, going away.
Mm-hmm.
But if you think, like, they're talking about, what did they say, like knee level? I think that's what they said on WFLA, that it was like up to your knees.
Knees or waist at times.
Yeah, but that's not anywhere near 40 feet deep of water. Dogs are able to, if they're properly trained and they know what they're,
How close would the dog have to be to detect the scent?
Well, they're gonna kind of like I explained last week. They're going to. So let's say you have a pond, okay? And sorry, I'm outside. If it's too loud, just let me know, because
you're fine. You're fine.
From the phone. If let's say you have a pond, and somebody's in the center of that pond at the bottom, and the dog is following a scent, they should alert to you at that pond and give you a signal that this is where the scent is. Some dogs will continue to do that. They'll check the perimeter. They'll go around the whole pond. Some people take that signal the first time. Some crews like to see multiple dogs hit on the same area. But at that point, that's law enforcement. That's for the safety of the dogs. That's when divers, law enforcement, they all come into play and go in the water. I'm not putting my dog in the water.
That's what they said, that they had divers out there as well with the canines. I mean, so it wasn't like.
Right. We're not talking about deep water. I mean, it's. I don't know. It's baffling to me.
Okay.
The whole circumstance of today is baffling to me, in my opinion.
You're in good company, because we're all baffled. We are all baffled. I am going to try to make my dog stop bothering me. So keep talking.
Oh, good luck. So I can't do that. I don't know how to put it up there. So I know people had said earlier they had some questions. I don't know, again, if I answered them, if I didn't.
You've been answering mine.
I don't know. I'm trying to see the chat, but I
No.
can't.
Wait, Case, have we missed anything?
Oh, there, I got it. I found it.
Yay!
I'm
Yeah,
moving.
Case, do you know of any questions?
Oh, and Crazy Mama, I tried to tell you earlier, but I was timed out that I wish you could time Capone out. But it creates a lot of noise in this house, so.
Can you hear the squeaking behind me?
Yes, I can.
Sorry. Sorry, guys.
It's fine.
He's occupied, though, so I'm sorry.
One dog that hits. Stepmama, different groups do different things. She asked if it technically has to be one dog that hits or multiple. Some crews like to see multiple dogs hit, but not all the time. That's not always an option for multiple dogs to be out there. And keep in mind that cadaver dogs are some of the most expensive dogs to train, because you have to be able to access human remains. You have to be able to put your dog in all those scenarios, like I just described, to properly train them. So that's not always going to be an option to have, 2, 3, 4 cadaver dogs come out. But at the resources that they're using right now, they're taking multiple dogs out there. So in this scenario, they've had multiple dogs out there.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Kelly K. Thanks for coming in.
And not to be too graphic, but in terms of assuming he's been there for a while, and if this is Brian, and if this turns out not to be Brian, well played, like touche, because
yeah,
I just can't. But so say he'd been there for a while, and he's essentially remained in that same area, and if he's underwater.
Okay.
If he's underwater, and eventually he's going to float, like we talked about earlier, he's going to come to the top at some point. Like you,
right.
Think that then you come to the top. I guess what eventually you'll sink back down once everything right in the right.
He's
like
saying that the dogs would still taste or smell.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. If he's so even if he goes back down, even if they're underwater, that's scent.
That's scent. I mean, you're going to have scent pooling, like I described last week. The scent pooling is the same scent in one area, old, new, fresh, however you want to look at it. You can walk around a tree 15 times and you're creating scent pooling, and that dog has to decipher which is the freshest scent and which way you went. And that is why we circle our dogs at the beginning of a search, in order to let them get their ground, to kind of sniff everything out. And I lay my harness on my scent article if I'm fortunate enough to have a scent article. And that, that really kind of gears the dog to, this is your scent, this is where we're working. But they do that circle and then go the correct direction. So that scent pooling, it would be the same thing, that even if he was there or the remains were there, they should still be hitting on it.
Okay. So I guess no, that does. And I think, does that kind of, sorry, I'm a little behind too in the chat. I just saw ARs asking about, so for instance, if they were on a path, for instance, and didn't go off into the bush, would the dog still hit on the scent?
Okay, wait, what? Where's that chat?
I just think it was the answer is
yes. AR
Here,
said, I'll post it.
Yeah.
Good screen.
Okay, so if they were on the path and didn't go off into the bush, would the dog still hit on the scent? Go off into the book. Maybe I'm misunderstanding.
Go off into like farther away.
Person.
Yes, because you already went over that. They have air. They have
right, and the dogs. Maybe I'm reading it differently. So you're going to get signals from your dog, and I have pictures for whenever we do like a video and I show you guys, and it kind of makes a little more sense. The body language that your dog gives you. So if your dog is going straight and they look right and then turn left, the right side of their body facing to the right is your negative area. So from their shoulders to their back, that area that's pushed out to the right and their head is turned to the left, your negative area is to their right if you're standing behind them.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. I
drew a
Did
picture
you see
of
me?
it.
I'm left writing.
Yeah. So if you're standing behind your dog and they're trailing, they look right and go left. The area of their body that's to the right, that whole hind section of them, that torso body area, that's negative area, and they've cleared it.
So it's where the nose?
It's where their nose and their head. Yes, and they will signal up in the air like when they lose it. And remember last week I said that if you feel like your dog has lost it, take 3 steps backwards, and generally speaking, they will get back on that trail. And I actually did a video of Capone doing it tonight, losing it then, and I told him work it out, and he circled and came back, and then he was right on it.
That's so cool. I love that he did that. Is there something Brian Laundrie could have done if he had been alive until recently that would have blocked the dogs from picking up his scent? No.
We're not that. I mean, dogs, they're
so far advanced.
Yeah, it's incredible what they can do.
Okay. Good question though. I love that question.
Yeah.
I know, crazy mama. Isn't she amazing? That's why I'm like, just take over. What if the person passed somewhere else and part of the body is put there days later it doesn't really matter because decomp is decomp, right?
Decomp dog is still going to follow that scent.
Right.
And they should go to everywhere where that scent is. They could pick up scent from a boat. Yes, they can they can ride on a boat and pick up that scent that's down in the water.
I know. Covered too much stank, Denise. I'm interested to see his time of death. I want to know his time of death, because if he's been there this whole time, that's a huge problem. If he hasn't, then where has he been prior to? I don't know.
And like I said last week, okay, so we talked about different trailing dogs and different types of dogs. Your cadaver, your man trailing, your air scent. And if he was in that car and stepped out of that car and they had his scent, they would have picked up something there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Or I should say, in my opinion, they should have picked up something there.
Right. It's just weird that Birdie's garden box.
Yeah.
No one found him this whole time. I know, AR, we can't either. We can't figure out.
So, you're talking, I guess their play on words today, I was really paying attention to how they worded that the items found were in an area that was previously underwater. They didn't say that the items were under the water.
They said The area was.
area.
Previously underwater.
You could have an area and then a patch of brush that's a little higher that wasn't underwater. Let's say the water was waist deep at 3 feet, and there's an area out there that sits 4 feet, and that's where it was. Well, that's not then that wasn't underwater. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does make sense. It's like I think Natasha was saying that too. It's what they didn't say, what the FBI didn't say, and the kind of the
Correct. Yep.
play on words that
Yep.
you have to really pay attention to.
Right. And is a notebook really going to survive in a bunch of water with all that rain? And that was my first, like one of my first thoughts, like a notebook.
Right.
Because that's,
well, Case actually came up with a good explanation for that. And that was if it's a camping backpack type of thing where it could be waterproof.
True. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't, but still, that would have his scent on it. So why wouldn't the dogs pick up on that?
Correct. They should pick up on anything that has that scent. Mm-hmm. Because I told you how you can pick up a person's scent off of the handrail they touched. If that's what you have to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Breaking news. Brian Enton's on News Nation right now with Banfield breaking news.
Breaking news?
It says a lot. Do you okay if I turn the TV up for 1 second to hear?
I'm gonna mute.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What is it?
Finally spoke. He basically said the same thing that he said tonight on CNN. A few interesting other tidbits. He said it was yesterday that the Laundries, Chris and Roberta, first contacted him and said that they wanted to come back out to the reserve now that it was open to the public and search for Brian. And Molino told me that he then called the law enforcement officials that he's been in touch with throughout this entire thing and said, look, the Laundries want to go out and search. The things are back open. They're going to be there at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, which was this morning, and you can meet them there. They will be there and they're going to search. And Mr. Bertolino says when the Laundries, there were 2 law enforcement officers who were here who met up with the Laundries. And then they went into the reserve, started searching, and then Christopher Laundrie who found a bag with some of Brian Laundrie's belongings inside, and then it was the 2 police officers that found the backpack, which led to the human remains.
So Brian actually
really quick, can you turn that down for a second? Sorry. Nikki, how do you know that the backpack is waterproof? I'm curious. How do you know about the backpack? There's been nothing released on it. How do you know that it's waterproof? I'm super curious. Also, Monk Boys has a good question, and this did occur to me, and I'm really glad that you asked because I forgot when it hit me. But people hide their scents for deer hunting using deer pee. Could he have been using hunting scents to mask himself and trick dogs? Is that a possibility?
No, we can, their brains, it can be diluted down to 1 point per trillion.
Oh, good Lord.
Life for that scent. Just like narcotic dogs find stuff buried.
Okay.
About those buildings. Think about everything that you've seen on TV that dogs do and can scent down through. So, no, deer urine is not going to distract them, but that's a good question.
That is a good question. I thought of it and then it went right out of my head. So I'm really glad Muck said something. I would love to know how many dogs went over that area during that time period. That's a great question.
Yeah, me too.
I would love to know that. A lot, I would assume. That's what makes me think that. Yeah, I know, Muck. I got you loud and clear, friend. Thank you.
The bottom line, the rule of thumb is we train our dogs to be bomb-proof, and the chances of you getting away from a dog is real slim. So that's why I really have questions on this.
Mm-hmm. My dog is being such a... Oh my
Our dog is so little.
God. He is being such a, like, he's literally typing on the keys right now. Like, so if there's a message, it's Dash. Okay, sorry. Any other questions? We're gonna try to wind this up a little bit. I don't want to keep everyone up too late, and I want to make sure that our guests are properly thanked. Thank you. Thank you guys. Case, where are you?
Case.
I'm wondering if she.
I don't know. I hope she's okay.
Case to sleep. Was it that boring? Case.
I wonder. Did she doze off?
Oh.
She's had a rough go lately, so maybe okay. We love you, Case. Sleep well. she's had a rough couple of days, so bless her heart. Hopefully, I hope she did fall asleep. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honey, if it had waterproof patches, it wasn't waterproof. Any patches?
A pat?
Yeah. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead. LFT, do you have anything that you want to ask or share? I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut that off.
Tia, I'm here, girl. I'm just listening to y'all.
Yay!
I'm here.
I was like, oh, I thought you fell asleep. I was like, oh, good night, sweetheart. We love you.
No. I'm here. I'm just listening to y'all. I was just soaking it all in. I apologize.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare apologize. No, I'm glad. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. That's all. Do you have any
I'm
questions or
fine.
anything?
No, I do want to say, Search and Rescue K9 Mom, thank you so very much for coming up again and
Yes.
teaching us. What a valuable time. Okay, guys, I do want us to stop and think about this. She was available to us Friday night to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Everything she taught us. How did we know on Friday night that we were going to need that information tonight?
I
You know what I
mean,
mean?
gold.
Yeah.
It's been
And
gold. We're really grateful.
it's been go, and then she's came back tonight, and she has told me in text she's willing to come to you. She's willing to come to my channel. She feels safe here.
Good.
And that's what I want everyone to realize. She is my friend outside of YouTube. We have become friends, and I hope you don't mind me saying this,
No.
Search and Rescue, but she doesn't really like huge 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 chats like with her 700 or 800 people. She feels safe here. She feels safe in my channel. And I
I'm
told her
glad.
that this was a safe place for her. So and I'm really thankful that she's willing to come back and talk to us and teach us.
Yes.
It is a safe
all
place
that.
here, and I'm going to tell you why it's a safe place, because our mods are unfreaking believable, and our mods are our best friends.
Oh.
So that's how we roll here. We don't just roll out. We're not like, oh, we need a mod here. Oh, we're a small channel. We're okay. We don't need a ton of mods, but ours are our best friends. So when they see something up, they're going to go. Believe me when I tell you, Crazy Mama's going to cut first and ask questions later.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
And but yeah, girl, you are safe here, and I want to thank you for taking your time to learn. And honestly, what we learn tomorrow, we may have more questions.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know. We may have more questions tomorrow. So
Thank you so much, all of you. Actually, everyone in chat, thank you for joining us tonight for this. And no, she don't take no shit. And search and rescue canine mom, thank you for flying, coming up on the fly here. Like just
Sure.
yeah.
Yes.
Training. So I told Case that, I would, as soon as I was done and I got him and got my world together, that I would come in. So
Thank you for doing that. That's
Yes.
huge, especially tonight.
Really appreciate it.
Yes, anytime.
Yeah. But yeah, guys,
Yes.
I want to thank your chat for being so nice
Yes.
to me. I've been getting dings. Subscribe. That's subscribe. That's subscribe.
Oh,
Thank you so
Yay.
so much. Thank you so so much. You guys know what it means when you're trying to build a channel,
Mhm.
and it
We're
means a
still
lot
with
when
you.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it means a lot. And for those of you that are trying to build channels, I want to give you a little encouragement. YouTube lowered the threshold for a community tab to 500 subs recently.
Yeah.
So I was able yesterday or Monday when my community tab was activated, and I was so excited. I swear it was just like Christmas. I was just like beaming. I was jumping up and down. But
We were
set
too.
goals for yourself.
We were too.
Set
My
goals
boys.
for yourself, and don't be afraid of, no matter how big or how small those goals are. And what I've decided to do is set small goals for myself. Like my first goal was to get the community tab. Now my goal is to get to 1,000 subs. I'm
You're gonna
just
do it.
doing it small amounts at a time. I appreciate you ladies so much. And
We
it
appreciate
really does
you.
mean a
Yeah.
lot to me when I get a Facebook notification and it's Tia or LFT saying, "Would you like to come on panel with us tonight?" You guys are the first ones that reached out to me and said, "Hey, we would like you to join us." And I'll never forget that. And anything I can do for you ladies. Oh, I did want to ask LFT, if you don't mind. Did
Hmm.
did the timeline that I sent you guys, did that help fill in any gaps for you?
It kind of did. There was like one or two that asked you about, but I need something a version kind of
You're
similar.
robotic. Start over.
You're
You're robotic.
robotic, sweetie.
Now you're frozen.
Mm.
Try again.
She's like, huh?
What was I saying?
Um,
What did you? Oh, yes, it did help. I was gonna have a few that I was gonna ask you about. I think between both of us, or between everyone, I think we've got most of it. It was helpful for sure.
Oh yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
good deal.
My
Yeah,
boys,
definitely.
setting
I
goals
probably
seems simple, but the most productive people set little. You know why? My dad used to tell me set achievable goals because that makes you want to continue to work. When you set them
it
so
makes you want to continue more.
astronomical, yeah, you're not.
Ladies, I'm going to admit something to you. I did 4 lives today on my channel. This
Oh
is
my
actually
god!
the fifth thing that I've been on. I started doing lives this morning around 6:30 a.m.
Oh my god! You need to go to bed.
No, 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 no. I'm
You've
fine.
been live
No,
all
but
day.
I just decided that gave me, when I got the community tab, it gave me the extra push. I was sick
Hmm.
last week, so I didn't really get to do a whole lot with my channel. And then, but getting that community tab, obtaining that goal, gave me the
Hmm.
extra push. So I just want to encourage anyone that has a channel and you think, oh, I can't really obtain anything. Yes, you can.
Yes, you
Come
can.
join my channel. Let me know that you're trying to grow your channel. I will drop your link. I promise you, anyone comes into my chat, if you have a channel, I drop your link. I'll tell you ladies another little surprise. Your link is on the automatic list of links to drop whether you're in chat or not. I want your link dropped every time I go live.
Oh
I
my
want your
God.
link dropped.
Just
Wait, Capone just stole your thunder. Hold on. Dog in
Oh,
the
Capone. Hi,
door.
look, there's
Capone.
Capone. Hi,
Capone. God. I love the name. I love
Capone.
the
The
name.
I
name,
do
the face,
too.
the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's just awesome.
He's just awesome. He is awesome. Hi, Capone.
Get him
But
in.
yes, ladies, your link is on the list. In fact, I typed up today, and we created a mod chat, and I said these are what the things that I want dropped every live. And and we've been doing it anyway, but I added a couple of new mods, and so I just want you ladies to know, and I want everyone in chat to know, not that I just necessarily want you to come join my channel. I'm thankful for the subs, but I will help you obtain your goals.
Mm-hmm. And I want you
And
guys to go join her channel. She's amazing. Amazing. Case
and
discussion.
you're not
You
tied
guys,
to me. You're not tied to me. When you are growing your channel and you want to go on and you don't want to be on my live with me, I don't expect that. I'm happy for you when you obtain your goals. So I will help you.
that's true.
I
Lifting another
will.
up. That's amazing.
Yeah.
hmm
That's
that's
amazing.
no one got to the top of anything without help.
A-
No one.
Amen.
No one
Amen.
no one got anywhere in this life without help at all. No one. And I was so excited the first time that I came on panel with you guys. I messaged Natasha just like a baby. I'm like, when I got off panel, I was like, "You'll never believe what I just did." And she was like, "What?" I said, "I've been on panel with Tia and LFT." She was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yes, yes."
Look at Capone.
Oh, guys, look.
Look at his face. He's so sweet. I want to snoodle with him. I want,
I
I
do
want to
too.
snuggle him up. Oh my God,
I do
Capone.
too. Mhm. I
All
do
right, you
too.
guys. Have a wonderful
Okay,
evening. Fly
Tia,
high. Thank you. And
Thank
you
you
Charles,
so
have
thank
much.
you for joining us.
you
And
have
everyone go
this. You
sub
have
to.
I'm sorry. You have
No, that's okay.
Search and Rescue K9 Mom's email now, right?
Yep, I sure do.
Okay. Okay. That way you
I
can
have
reach out to
notes.
her if you. Yes, and you have plenty of notes.
I have
Yes.
notes.
So if you want to reach out to her sometime, maybe if I'm not available or whatever, and she is available, it will not hurt my feelings at all. I promise you. I told
Oh,
you the other night. I'll gladly share. Gladly
thank
share.
you. And that goes the same for us. Like whatever we
Yes.
can do to help you get to your goal, please just
Mm.
ask us. And
Oh,
chat, please go over
girl,
and
you know
sub
I
to
will.
her. Watch
And
her
I want to
lives,
thank
like
you
them and
all the
share them. That's
new.
so important. We need interaction. We
Mm.
need liking and sharing. So if you guys wouldn't mind doing that for case discussion, it'd be amazing as well. We really appreciate
I
everyone being
appreciate
here.
that so much.
I
Yes,
know
guys, thank
you
you so
do.
much. Thank you, Search and Rescue K9 Mom, and
Of
I'll
course,
be in touch
if you guys
with
have
you.
questions. If you
Oh,
get questions, don't hesitate to email me or ask me.
okay.
And we can put something together. Now, I'm not very tech savvy, so the videos that I make of Capone, somebody else will have to put that together.
That's not an issue. We're
Or
just grateful to have you. Honestly,
Yeah.
we're just grateful to have you.
I'm
Really.
not grateful that
Oh,
you
wait.
have me. I appreciate it. I really do.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you guys so much.
Uh,
And we're going to call it a night. I hope everyone has a nice rest or a good morning wherever you are. And enjoy yourselves. Have a great day. Be kind.
All right, bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.